6.5 hours later.
Ooh, child, oil. Welcome to La Vida Rosa. I'm your host Pinky, and today I'm going to be testing and trying the Too Faced Born This Way foundation, and I'm going to be following a tutorial by Jackie Aina. This is supposedly a dewy foundation, and I have oily skin, and I'm also going to be doing a wear test, so we're going to see how long this makeup lasts. So if you want to see more, then just stay tuned. But before we begin, I would like for everyone to leave a big thumbs up down below. Also, while you're down there, check out my social media. Add me on Snapchat, Instagram, and my La Vida Rosa Facebook page. And don't forget to subscribe. So without further ado, let's get into this video. So I'm so excited to try this Too Faced Born This Way foundation. There is 1 full ounce in this bottle, and I have mine in the color Warm Sand. You rarely see gold on your foundations. I just thought that was so cute to have gold around the edges, and it has a pump, and yeah, it's just cute all the way around. They recently partnered with Jackie Aina to create some new shades for the, you know, deeper skin tones. And while my shade was not one of the ones she created, I still wanted to support her because she's one of my favorite YouTubers, and I'm just really excited for her to be partnering with such a huge company. And it's awesome because she's one of the main people who's been saying we need more shades for deeper skin tones, and she finally got the chance to actually help formulate some deeper shades for those deeper skin tones. So I'm really excited for that. I was a little concerned about this foundation because I'm an oily girl, and this is more so of a dewy foundation. But Jackie Aina also has oily skin, so I decided that I'm going to follow her tips and tricks step by step so that I can have the best wear possible. She said it was a long wearing foundation. I am going to be doing a 12-hour wear test. I'm gonna go ahead and start her video so she can give me all the tips and tricks I need, honey.
I cannot wear any foundation, actually let alone any product, without hyaluronic acid. You guys know the drill. I always use the same one that I get from my esthetician. It's a copper complex peptide. This is like hyaluronic acid in its purest form. Literally, it's not diluted or mixed with any other acid or anything at all. This is going to be the way to your oily skin needs, girl. This is the first product I put on my face. Hyaluronic acid is going to help restore the moisture in your skin and keep it nice and balanced.
First of all, I have never heard of hyaluronic acid, but when I heard her mention it on her video, because I've already seen this, so when I heard her mention it, I happened to run into some in TJ Maxx, and this is the kind that I have. It's by Measurable Differences. And it's not the purest form like hers, but I'm just gonna use it. I'm always looking for, you know, different little hacks I could use for my oily skin. And so I was like, why not try this? I was a little confused about the acid part of it, but I looked it up and it's fine.
This foundation is a lot more on the dewier side, but it is long wearing, meaning that it's not going to just like evaporate in thin air after wearing it for like 8-10 hours. The next step that I do to get the most out of long wearing for this foundation is using a primer.
Okay, so I don't have the primer from Too Faced, so I'm just gonna use my own primer. I couldn't get too crazy in Sephora. I got a little extra money, so I wanted to buy this foundation.
I always set my primer with powder. I do this with every foundation regardless of the finish. I'm gonna take the Laura Mercier Translucent Loose Setting Powder. It just looks like ice cream, doesn't it? It's so pretty. And a damp beauty blender. I always see people doing this technique in so many different ways, and you know, hey, the more the merrier. You know, whatever works for you works for you ultimately, right? I will say that you cannot do this with every translucent powder. Best tip in the world if you have oily skin, large pores, you know, if you are concerned about makeup not lasting long, this is a great step.
I have Laura Mercier translucent powder, and so I'm gonna use that, obviously, since that's what she used, and it does kind of like ice cream. I'm just gonna take this makeup sponge and set my primer the way she did. And I've done this technique before. It really did keep my face from getting really oily. I'm surprised. I mean, I should do this more often. I never remember to do it, to be honest.
Next, we're gonna go in with the foundation. It's one simple step that really is going to save you, in my opinion, a lot of frustration. One pump of this foundation, maybe even less, is all you need. I'm telling you, to all of my beat face, full glam spackle queens out there, I know it's tempting to just pump and pump and pump, but with this foundation, you don't want to wear too much of it, because to me, that's when it starts getting too oily, too shiny. And I find that if I wear just the right amount and not overdo it, like, it just, I don't know, it just sits really nicely on the skin. And I blend it out, starting with the areas that I feel need the most coverage.
I'm just gonna follow her footsteps once again. She said you only need one pump. Oh, a lot came out on one pump though. If you really only need one pump, this foundation will probably last forever. Oh my goodness, I hope I got enough. The right color, I mean. Usually I use a makeup sponge to blend everything in, but she used a brush, so I'm gonna use a brush. This color will work. I feel like this shade, like, isn't matching exactly, but it's warming my face up, and so I like that. In case y'all didn't know, my face was lighter than the rest of my body, so occasionally I get foundations that just make my face match the rest of my body. I really like the finish of this foundation. It just looks very, very natural. It says right here on the bottle, undetectable, medium to full coverage foundation. And honestly, I'm not sure what kind of coverage I'm getting because I don't really have any blemishes right now. But I would say that it was at least medium. Undetectable, I feel like that's a decent description because it is like disappearing. And I feel like with the steps that she had me take, I feel like it would have felt more dewy. Like, because I've applied dewy foundations before and immediately it looked dewy. But it looks kind of matte. Okay, I can't see my pores. Like, my skin looks just flawless right now, and it looks like my skin. Like, okay then, Too Faced, I'm impressed. I was a little skeptical, I'm not gonna lie, but I'm really impressed by this foundation. It looks so good. So I'm gonna finish my makeup off camera real quick and I'll be right back. Okay guys, so here is my finished look, and I feel like I look so natural. Like, I feel like this is a very natural look, even though my eyes are a little, you know, I added a little pop to the eyes, but I feel like the skin, it just looks like my skin. This is the most pleased I've been with a foundation, like, on the first impression in a long time. Like, I really like the way this looks. I think it was because I followed Jackiana's steps, and you know, I might be adding it to my routine. It's looking really good and flawless. So obviously, first impressions I love. So I'm really excited to see how this foundation lasts throughout the day. Here's the time right now. I do have a long day ahead of me, and I'm gonna be out in this hot, humid weather, child. It's hot outside. So we're gonna see how it holds up all day. So with that being said, let's play the next clip.
Well, here we are at 4 o'clock, and I was trying to let it do the whole dewy look, but to me it just looks oily because I know how my skin is. I noticed it starting to get this way around 3 o'clock, so that is a long period of time where it was still matte. But I'm gonna go ahead and blot. Okay, after blotting, it's pretty much back to where it was before, and the foundation itself is definitely holding up. I don't really see any signs of, you know, it wearing off, so it's good. It's going pretty good so far.
6.5 hours later.
Woo, child, oil. Okay, so I knew this was gonna happen. I think everybody watching knew this was gonna happen. It really is really oily. This is like my worst nightmare right now. So this will be 3 times that I've blotted. So let me go ahead and do that. Okay, now that everything has been blotted, I'm gonna let you guys get an up close view. Please don't judge anything but the foundation. because my makeup is like smearing at this point, but we're just judging the foundation. And it looks amazing. This foundation looks fabulous and flawless. It really is long lasting. The only place that it's like coming apart, I don't know if y'all can see, but I can see here in my mirror, it's like really kind of coming apart right here at the like smile lines, but that's to be expected. Other than that, there's like, it's like perfect. It's like flawless, y'all. I mean, the only thing that could make this better for me was if it was a matte foundation. When I used that technique that Jackie gave me, like she gave it to me personally, it really did hold up for a few hours. Once you blot, it's back to normal. I really don't feel like I have anything on my face right now. Like my face feels so light, especially after I blot it. It looks amazing. I love it. I would recommend it for anybody using that technique, because I don't know how it would be if you didn't. But and definitely for people with dry skin, I think this probably would be perfect. It looks amazing. And especially if you want like that flawless look where you're like barely wearing any makeup. And then another thing, I got so many compliments on my makeup today. I got compliments left and right on my makeup, like for real. I also went to Sephora, so you know that's where I got most of the compliments from. But people in there was just like, your makeup looks amazing. And I'm just like, yeah, well, I got it from Too Faced. And they really was like, oh, I need to go really try that. So I would love to know what you guys think down below. Will you be trying this foundation? How do you think it looks after 12 hours? Boom. How do you think it looks? So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in my next one. Peace.